to my shop. Rob from Woodsley Summercraft here. It's been a while since I've done too many videos or much turning, to be honest. It's been a pretty busy time. I was at the Toronto woodworking show at the International Hotel on Airport Road the weekend of February 22nd through the 24th. It was a great show, met lots of people, had a fantastic time. There was one company there, Exotic Hardwoods, and I did actually buy some wood from those guys. This is one of the pieces. It's a piece of mappa. It's about almost 2 inches thick, and it's quite big around. So I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it, but I did know I was planning on doing some casting for some pen blanks. And also maybe a bowl. Now this is end grain, so it would be an end grain type of bowl, which I don't do a lot of, and they have a potential for breaking more so than side grain bowls, depending on how thin you go, I guess, but we'll see. So I'm going to take this to the bandsaw and I'm going to mark out and cut a bowl blank from it, and the rest of it is going to be used for casting pen blanks. So I'm not sure if you can see this, but it's a little bit wormy, so I'm going to leave those bug holes well alone. I sometimes fill them, but on this one I'm not going to. I'm going to leave them be. I can probably get quite comfortably a 13-inch bowl, and I'm thinking that I want this to be in the center. You can see the coloration is a little bit different here, and this is very burly looking mappa wood. I've never turned mappa wood before. Maybe Google that and see what you can find out about it. I initially thought maybe it was maple, but it's mappa. So anyway, I'm going to turn, I think I'm going to make a 13-inch bowl blank from this. So that being said, I need 6.5 inches on this, which is stretching it to its maximum right about there. 6.5 inches, so approximately here. See if that fits. It does seem to fit quite nicely. What I'm going to do is take my center punch. Yeah, that's my center of the bowl. Now, as you can see, this blank is really wormy, which would be a nice feature, I think, in this particular bowl. So it's a 13-inch. Let's get it over to the lathe. Okay, so it's mounted to a faceplate with 4 screws, and it's a large one. 13 inches. The max swing on my lathe bed is 14 inches, facing the tailstock. If I turn the headstock sideways, I can get a bigger bowl. Yeah, this is a nice sized piece of wood. I think it's going to be quite nice. It's, like I say, it's just under 2 inches thick and 13 inches around. So let's get this trued up and we'll start making, I guess it's more of a platter than a bowl. It'll be a shallow bowl, but let's get this thing turned. So I have to bring you in for a closer look at this piece of wood. I think it's actually stunning. I just hope I can hold it together. The only finish that I'm going to be putting on this is going to be oil. I don't want to get any wax stuck in any of these small wormholes or bug holes. So yeah, I'm only going to be using oil on this. So I'll be using Mahoneys walnut oil, so it'll even be food safe. And Mahoneys oil, I guess, does give you some shine as well. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what this is like. I haven't sanded it yet, so I'm going to sand it up now. I'm going to bring it, because I'm not going to be using Yorkshire grit, I'm going to sand it as high as I think needed to get a maximum shine or good look. So I'll get this sanded and I'll come back to you. I tell you what, I had forgotten what it was like to sand all the way up to about 1500 grit on a bowl. I haven't done it in so long. That was a lot of work. So I've sanded this to 1500 grit. I didn't want to put any Yorkshire grit on it because I didn't want it in all these little cavities. That was going to create more work at the end, so I decided against it. So I did sand it, and now with an application of alcohol, you can see the grain that comes through in that. Just beautiful. I hope you can see that. I'll bring you in for a closer look. You can see the colours in this piece of wood are absolutely stunning. So it doesn't need any kind of embellishment at all. It just is just going to get a coating of oil when I'm finished. I'm going to turn the whole thing dry, sand it dry, and then I'll apply oil over it over the course of a few days because I really want the wood to soak up that oil. Okay, so that's just getting dirt out of the wood. Now what I'm going to do is get it turned around and put it in the chuck so I can hollow this out. Okay, so here's the face of the bowl. I need to hollow this out. And it's at this point you want to decide how you want to treat the rim. You could have a wide rim or a slim rim or just a cove on the rim. There's so many different things you can do. It's just, what does the wood speak to you? Do you need to see some of this rim to show the wood off? I definitely want to get rid of this sharp edge, so I'll cove that over a little bit. And I think I will leave a little bit of the edge of the bowl and then maybe start hollowing. Where's my pencil? There's my pencil. And maybe I will start hollowing from about here. So I have to, as you can see, it's not perfectly true to the lathe, so I have to true this whole face up first and then figure out what I want to do with the rim. And I think I'm going to leave probably an inch for the rim and then hollow it out, and I will leave a little bit of an indentation there. It's at this point you can add things to it as well. If you want to leave a little spot there and put some milliput or something crazy in there, which I'm not going to do with this piece. The wood's got enough going on, I don't need to add anything to it. Basic bowl turned to the shape that I wanted. It's fairly thin in the middle, so I don't want to turn any more away. It's not a super thin bowl, the rim is kind of chunky, but I didn't want to go too thin on it because I wasn't sure how stable this wood is with all the bug holes in it, and the fact that it's more of an end grain bowl than a side grain. You're going to run into different potential issues with that. It could just come apart on you if you're not careful. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through the sanding process, a dry sanding process from probably 100 right up to 1500, not using Yorkshire grit because I don't want grit in the cavities. Now if you want to use Yorkshire grit you can, and you have to blow out the wax afterwards. People ask me, can I use it on a live edge bowl? Yes you can, but you're going to have to pick out or blow out the wax from any of the small cavities that you've got, and you'll still get great results. This has just got way too many cavities. I don't want to get anything in those cavities, including fine sanding dust and oil, because that is the same, essentially the same thing. It's going to plug up those holes. So I'm going to dry sand this entire thing, and then I'm going to oil the entire thing at the end with Mahoneys walnut oil. Well, I realized after I started applying the walnut oil that the camera wasn't recording, so I've actually applied quite a lot of oil, probably that much there. It's quite a bit in there, but applied it and made sure that it's in all the little cavities as best I can, and left that to dry. It actually it's really a nice finish, a really nice sheen to it. I've got to make sure that this paper towel doesn't leave little pieces stuck in there, but I'm going to do, like I said, a few coats of this. Whether today is enough or if I need to reapply it in a day or so, just to make sure that it's maintains a luster. That's what we want. We don't want it to go dry and dull. We want it to maintain this luster. So I may have to reapply it tomorrow as well, but it's just coming up. I had to pour it into some of the cavities to make sure I could get it into them all. So I probably use more on this than perhaps I would on a different bowl. And thanks for watching. I'm going to continue applying walnut oil to this as long as it will soak it up to get a finish that will last. Beautiful piece of timber. Anyway, thanks for watching. Yeah, like I said, I purchased this piece of wood in Toronto at the wood show last weekend, and while I was there I got to meet a lot of people, and I really enjoyed myself. I had a fantastic time. Andrew Davis from Red Buttons, I got your button that you gave me right here. I don't know if you can see that, but the button that you gave me, I stuck it to the wall over there by your sticker. Appreciate that. Brian Wayne Sinclair, thanks for the wood, and I will get those blanks made for you that you want. Dave Bell, thanks for the information when it comes to pouring resin. I hope to be doing more of that in the near future. Maybe I'll get some videos put out on my hybrid blanks that I've been making as well. So like I say, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you again for another wood turning video soon. Take care now.